Welcome to Political Incorrect Show. I'm your host, Carnation. And today we have two recording artists, major recording artists. They blessed me to come on my show. I'd like for them to introduce themselves.
Sugarbear, hair!
Rayvon, Rayvon.
Say that name properly, not Raven, Rayvon.
All right, y'all got accents with it. Right? So the American accent would be Rayvon.
Yeah.
Right? Caribbean one is Rayvon.
Yo, that's literally how my mother called you. She's like, Rayvon. All right, mom, got it. Yo, it's funny. She knew you was coming out. She's like, listen, tell them how much we love them from way back. So, mom, relax.
Bless mom.
So, I don't really want to even talk too much. I want you guys to just talk about your Bear. How long you been like in music?
Oh man!
And I know me, you go back like 6 years, 7 years.
6, 7 years, right? And before that, wow, I'm saying like been professionally doing music. I would say probably about 15 hardcore years.
Jesus.
15
straight dancehall.
Straight dancehall, pushing, New York reggae artists. 15 years professionally. Prior to that it was love for the music.
Yeah.
Going around New York City, learning the music, learning the whole music trade, and learning the artistry, And then after that, I got into the music now, by spreading the wings by going to Jamaica, pushing a song, breaking a song, so. All of those things.
Who would you say got you into it though? Like who were some of your influences?
As far as influences, like the artists that the artists.
Yeah.
Like for example, Bounty Killer. I really,
the killer,
Bounty Killer. And Shabba around Super Cat. And
yo, low key, I don't think nobody really like giving Shabba his respect. Like how much he really deserve it.
Well, I give him a ton load of respect. Ton load.
I feel like it's almost like they bypassed. Before Bounty, before Buju, was him.
Oh yeah.
It was Shabba running that shit.
Oh yeah.
It was him.
Salute.
To be honest with you, he actually kind of brought dancehall to America.
In a mainstream way, he was one of them.
In a mainstream way,
especially on TV.
Think about it. His songs on In Living Color and all that shit.
Right, on TV, he brought it up.
We have a big up Yellow Man. Yellow Man is one of the first. Yeah, but I know what you're saying with Shabba Ranch. He did Arsenal Hall quite a few times.
Right.
Like you said, Living Color, they did parodies and stuff. So when you do that on Living Color, you household name.
Of course.
Right, and then it was a ranking of type of people like Shinehead. Cause Shinehead, carried it to that level.
Take it back.
Yeah, man, they carried it to the level, that I'm running Super Cat, and then, then we talk about the Raven, the Shaggy, the Mad Lions. You know what I'm saying?
That same, it's funny. Off air, we was talking about like Earl Chin. Shout out to Earl Chin, right?
Yeah, Earl Chin.
And I was telling Rayvon like his song like
No Guns, No Murder.
No Guns, No Murder would come on, and then like Little Vicious song would come on like Black. But it's funny, right after that, gotta take it easy. Bad Line would come on, gotta take it easy. Yo, that's how listen to like, they would play that back to back. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, so they had that in a segment. It's just
they would choose something that kind of run.
93, 94 ran that summer. Ran the summer. So Rayvon, you tell me about yourself now. Well, granted, everybody probably know about you, but just introduce yourself some more.
Every 10 years a new generation. So a lot of people might not even know. You know what I mean? How far, but we talking about No Guns, No Murder, but I had a hit before that one. There's a song called Big Up, Big Up, Big Up.
Big up.
I think a lot of people first heard about Poom Poom Shorts with that song.
Yeah.
They heard Big Up, which was, I gotta, it's a blessing because prior to, people saying big up, they were saying, I want to send a shout out to this person, I want to send a shout out to that person. But then when that record Big Up kind of really hit, it kind of switched.
Yeah.
And everybody say, I want to big up this one, I want to big up that one. They left out the shout out.
Right. They start saying big up.
I want to big up our crew over here. I want to
big up the funniest thing? I remember when the Knicks went to the finals in '94. I'm mad I always saying this shit. Patrick Ewing said, Big up all the soundboard there. Swear to God.
I missed that.
Swear to God. Swear to God. And you know, me being Jamaican, I was hyped when he said that shit. I'm like, oh shit. He said, big up on the soundboard there. I said, damn.
Yeah, Patrick Louis, original.
Oh my God, the warrior.
Yeah.
New York,
you know.
But that whole Knicks, that's another story.
Yeah. So you start out with Big Up, you know, and then you start moving on to what else then?
Well, Big Up was actually like the first song that actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't my first recording. My first recording, I was a sophomore in high school, so that's about 14 or 15. You know. All right, any kids watching this right now, don't do what I did because you know I got the opportunity, but it was during school hours, so I had to like what? Cut.
Yeah.
School to go do that.
Y'all did
I
that.
ain't telling y'all to go do that, but that's what I did.
Parental advisory.
Yes. And you know, it was I guess it was the start of my road because once I did that song, it was a song called Drive Proper, and it was two sides, the A and the B. You know, we had records, so it was side A, side B. The first side was a song called Sweet and Pretty. So imagine I'm 14, I'm singing about the ladies, so sweet and pretty. Yeah. Anyway, that was the first single, and that kind of showed me like I can do this music thing because I didn't think I was gonna do this for like like a career. I just love doing music. We was in the streets, we partying, you know, at a young age. And
people forget that like before it was no guns, it was no that, it was just straight, yo, we partying. I mean like, no. Let me take it back. Not that it wasn't no guns.
Well, that's why I did no guns, no murder. It was too much.
Not that it wasn't no. All right, it wasn't guns. It wasn't murder like this shit, like this generation.
Yeah.
I take it back. It was wild.
It was wild.
But niggas still want to party. Think about it.
Yeah, and that was the thing. And they had that one dude or something, you know what I mean, like had a problem maybe getting in.
Yeah. And he
showed the whole party and mashed up for everybody. You know what I mean? So
yo, there was a club in Brooklyn back then, infamous. I think it was called like the Q Club or Legend.
No,
that was in
Queens. Yeah.
No, but Legend was in Brooklyn. So you're right.
Legend was in.
And that shit to get shot up. I used to hear about shit getting shot up every weekend. I'm like, damn.
Listen, let me tell you something. See, in that era right there in the 90s, I consider it like every party got shot up. We're talking block parties, basement parties, hooky parties. You understand? Ballroom parties.
Damn. The ballroom?
The ballroom, Bill. We're talking amusement park parties. Beach parties. Block parties.
The park party was infamous. Like took I'm not going to that park. I'm not going to that park.
But you know what?
Hold on. You got all house parties.
House parties get shot.
At your house. I don't want to bust up shot now.
But you know what happened? Check it out.
Come on, baby. That's my friend.
A lot of them were not shot up. They were gun salutes.
No.
They had the gun salutes.
You don't think so?
No. Hold on. Let me. All right. In Jamaica, they had the gun salutes.
Yeah.
You see, in New York,
they shot it up.
Was gunshots.
They shot it up.
They had a gun salute.
They shot it up.
Somebody was aiming at somebody.
Oh man.
Yeah, somebody was aiming at somebody. But in Jamaica, like you said, yeah, it was gun salute because of the music. You know what I mean? It was a small part of the culture where people rate the music, rate the artist. So it's like, yo, salute for that lyrics.
You know, before it was fire, it was book. Before it was fire, no, it was book. So, you know, we gotta ask about this. You know, you had your hits. You know, then how did you meet up with Shaggy?
Oh, there's a recording studio in Brooklyn. So that same recording studio that I had to skip school to go to. Like about 3 years later, after going there, Shaggy came there to do a song as a DJ. All right, I was kind of stapled in there by then because I was singing and chatting. So if an artist came in that needed a singing hook, yo, Rayvon, come in. And if a singer came in that needed a chatting, rhyming verse, yo, Rayvon, come in. So Shaggy came one time and he's like, yo, the producer was like, yo, he got a gritty voice, which is him. He's like, yo, Rayvon, he's smooth. Y'all should do a combination. We ended up doing this country song, this old country song. I think Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
What, in the summertime?
Nah, I don't think that song was ever even released. A song called All Out of Love, because you know a lot of reggae artists at that time, we covered a lot of
Sanchez is known for doing that shit.
Oh my God.
Yo, shit.
It's a version. It's always a reggae version to our hit song.
Right.
Sanchez, Ghost, and Barris, my God. Yeah, they'll take your shit and make it better.
Right.
It was part of it. So, you know, we linked up at that studio and did a song called Old Foot, you know, and then we linked up with other producers after that, and then we linked with a certain producer, and then we got a song called Big Up, Big Up, and that song kind of really like opened doors in the dancehall market for us, because you know it was you know, the dancehall market in New York and overall was very competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to break through in there, it wasn't an easy thing, but again, it was,
and then y'all was young too.
Music. Yeah, it was a love for the music, and we were just happy doing it. We did it, and people was receptive to it, and we had a good topic. You know what I mean? You know, that Big Up thing, it ran a long way. You know, they thought they made sodas out of it. Like in Trinidad, it's Big Up soda. It had the jeans, Big Up jeans. And that was actually my first time flying out, myself and Shaggy, leaving like New York to go perform overseas, because that's a next step in, you know, being an artist, when you're able, somebody want to pay you to fly out and come perform in their country.
And paying for your flight.
Paying for your flight and your hotel. But guess what? That was a lesson though.
Oh.
Because them left me at the hotel, the promoter. We had no management at that time. We had no management at that time, and you know, that was a lesson. Like, all right, if you're gonna go on this music journey, you gotta get a few things. You gotta get a manager, you gotta get a lawyer. That's the other side of it that a lot of people,
the gritty side.
Yeah, that's the gritty side that a lot of people, you know, a lot of artists who's just starting might not know or might not realize how important that is. It's not going to the studio, it's not just writing lyrics and coming up with the material, because you gotta protect that material after you come up with it. You know what I mean? So you gotta get the manager, you gotta get the lawyer. And I mean, I'm lucky right now that, you know, I have experience over it, so some things you can bypass after like 20 years in the game, but before that, you can't do without those entities. That lawyer and the
management.
And the management, because you don't really know what you're doing. You know how to sing or entertain and write music, but you don't know the business part of it.
Right. And
there's no real school per se to go to get that. It's called what? On the job training, done.
So quick
on
question.
the job training.
With your experience, I have a question about this. You know, with your experience and your smoothness and bare grittiness, how does that meet?
We're gonna pick up a DJ, DJ Willie Daniels, you know what I mean? You know, he made the link.
Yeah.
Between myself and Sugarbear, and you know, it kind of reminded me of a link, you know, before with like myself and Shaggy. It's the same type of same vibe, but different, but similar. You know what I mean? Because again, if I keep that smooth edge, and you know, Sugarbear got a rough coarse vice, but not coarse, but deep. Deep. So it's a kind of contrast that works.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But not only that, you got to be a good person too, because you got the music, and then you got to work together. You got to be able to work together.
You got to be able to work together.
You know what I mean?
Because
so
if y'all go on tour, y'all got to still. People don't understand. Like, yeah, you don't got to like each other to make money, but you kind of do. You know,
you got to do.
Yeah, you kind of do.
And you gotta have the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
If you're going to war, we're going to war.
Yeah.
So we all gotta be aiming and shooting at the same target.
Yeah.
You can't be shooting over there and I'm shooting over here, and then you ricochet and me on my head.
And then you like, you know, I'm really like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this fucked up. It's not gonna work.
And the discipline is very important.
Tell about the discipline.
The discipline is very important, because, you know, with this music, look what we just did today. We're driving from Brooklyn, doing an interview in England. But we know we gotta be here and be on time. You understand? We're not gonna walk in here half an hour late. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta be timely.
That's one thing. Like, I think we all know a lot of artists don't have that. They don't have no discipline. Especially young artists, they just, you know, I do what I want. No, that's not how it works. Like, some people are like, okay, you're not coming in here then.
If you're doing it on your own and you're by yourself, you have the luxury of doing that. But in actuality, music is a team effort. And with a team effort, there are different pieces and different moving parts. So you have to have the discipline to be a part of the team and the moving parts. Because if you're not, you can throw everything off. You know, and you know, so that's where the discipline comes in.
What you guys got planned for the rest of the year and 2022?
Well, right now, you know, we're just pushing songs, you know what I'm saying, and performing, you know, pushing songs, performing, you know, creating songs.
Yeah.
We're always creating songs, always pushing.
Yeah, you're an artist.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do. You guys are creators.
Right, always, you know, performing, you know what I'm saying? So
Going back to y'all soon?
you know what, man, you never know when I might fly to Jamaica. I never know, but I think it's going to be probably around January, the Jamaica move. But you never know these things, you know.
Yeah, life is strange.
Yeah.
I mean, we out here pushing music on top of music, you know? All right, so I got a label, it's called GTC Entertainment.
Right.
GTC stands for Get That Cheddar. You know what I mean? Get the cheddar, the cheese, because without that, that's the gas for your car. In this music business, without the gas, you're not gonna get nowhere.
Nowhere.
How you can we reach here? How we get here?
You need the gas.
Need the gas.
But what I'm trying to say is, you know, you gotta go out there and promote your music now after it's come out, because check it out. 10, 15 years ago, it was a different way of putting your music out.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta print up. Back then, you had to print up the actual vinyl or the CD, and then you gotta ship. You gotta ship it to the
They
store.
don't do that.
You know what?
They don't do that no more.
Yeah, you gotta ship boxes and boxes of CDs. And guess what? If they don't sell, you gotta return thousands and thousands of boxes of CDs.
Oh man.
But now, you know, it's a straight, you know,
Press the button, boom.
So pressing the button and you set it up in certain places where people can now download it.
Right.
Where you don't have to. But now with that comes a different kind of promotion. We're not rapping buses. We're not rapping vans. You're not even seeing the posters up on the walls like how you used to see like 15 years ago. Right now, everything is more or less, the promotion is online. So you got to bring it to all the social media, you know, and all the platforms.
Right.
And just you know, kind of spread the word that way instead of. I think if you add the social media campaign like that and then an on the ground, like foot on the ground campaign, you know, you cover kind of all the bases.
Right, you cover the pieces.
You know what I mean? To get your material out there. So that's kind of like the switch up, and you know, you got to pay attention
To what's hot and what's
to
not.
what's going on.
Right.
Is how to push your music, because you know the music business is ever changing.
I
Every
think
5, 10, 15 years.
one of the things that you know, with the both of y'all, especially because I knew Bear for almost 10 years, and you know I've been a fan of yours for almost damn old. I'm like 30 years now. So I realized what I like, just seeing people just evolve. You know what I mean? People just evolve with time. It's not only just surviving, but maintaining.
Right.
You know, I think it's a good, especially as black men. You know, it's just a beautiful thing to see all this happening. Like, because I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. A lot of people from your era that started, they're not here. They're not doing it anymore. You know, you gotta look at it, you know, like,
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing,
It's a
man.
blessing, man.
Be alive, you can do this. You
Oh
know.
man, and even with the same energy.
Right. Ready,
you
set,
know,
and the same,
50
and
years
sounding better. Sounding better.
Yeah, you experience now. Now you know what sounds good and what don't sound good.
Fine wine.
Yeah, you don't make no mistake.
Fine wine, the fine wine theory. And
Right.
you know, but you know, you gotta big up the fans too, because you see, without the fans,
Of course.
Yeah.
they're the ones that keep you going too, because you got fans from say 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago, and they're like, man, I still listen to you when you coming with your new thing. Oh, I like that one, I like this, I like that. So you know, it keeps you in the
Relevant.
mindset of you still giving people what they want.
Right.
So just don't divert from that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I was born to like bring music to the world.
Of course.
You know what I mean? That's because I've been doing it long enough. Like I could have been doing other things, but
Would you been
this
happy? Yeah.
Right.
it's what I really. This is my calling right here. You know what I mean? So, and I've been, you know, blessed to go around the world quite a few times, different places, but they don't even speak English, but they speak the language of music, my brother. They speak the language of music, and they speak the language of love. Love and music.
What Bob Marley said, one thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain.
He said it.
He said it.
Feel no
True.
pain.
Real talk.
Feel no pain.
Facts.
Shit is so deep and nobody will realize that shit.
If Bob Marley was sitting here and he said that, I would say, yo, Bob, that's facts.
Guys, I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. And you already know I'm going to stream your music, you know, and I'm gonna make sure they know about all this, right? So shout out to Sugarbear.
Don't respect, no
Shout out to
respect.
Rayvon.
But hold on. Y'all can check me. You can check Sugarbear, but check me at the number 1 Rayvon 1 Rayvon. That's all the social media. That's IG, that's Twitter, that's SoundCloud, YouTube channel. Also, there's a couple of YouTube channels. Check the Rayvon Vivo channel too. You can check the ICU video. Spang it. Check out the Trouble Again. Another song and video out there. Now that we found love, myself and Sugarbear. Check out Sugar Cane as well. Check the song, check the video. Yeah? Got the ICU out there, peep the video. We got the remix coming. A few remixes. We got the Spanish version. We have got the New Jersey mix version, the dance version, and then we got Afro House.
Follow me.
Version. You don't know that I'm gonna put all that social media handle the video.
I didn't even know all that.
I'm gonna put all that handle. It's already there ready. Like, cause you think I was gonna not make a follow? You know what I mean? Guys,
That's what's up.
so looking out correct. I'm Carnation, Bodies Brothers, Kings.
Boom.